Hi everyone, Joe Soto here inside of Local Consulting Academy. I'm excited to bring to you how to generate referrals by leveraging LinkedIn. How to stay top of mind with people who could refer you to your potential clients. So wrap your head around that. This is not about using LinkedIn to directly outreach to your prospects. That is in a different lesson, right? So this one is about how do you connect with people who could refer you to people that you sell to. Right? So the first step, and there's 5 steps here. The first step is to create a hot 100 list. Okay? Now this list is not a list of prospects. If you've done your job and you've gone through the other LinkedIn lesson, you've learned in this course how to optimize your profile. If you don't have a couple of articles or blog posts published on that, on your LinkedIn profile by now, you're not doing the action steps that are being taught in this course. You've got to pimp up your ride, right? You got to pimp out your LinkedIn profile. You want to be the authority on LinkedIn when anybody is connecting with you on LinkedIn and allowing them to see that. That means getting maybe videos of you posted, photos, articles, etc. Build that out and look at my summary section on LinkedIn if you haven't, and build one like it. You want to create a top hot 100 list. So who's on this list? People who sell to clients that you sell to, okay? So what you have to remember is not a lot of people are as niche specific as you're probably being inside of your agency. So for example, payroll people, right? People who sell payroll services, who work for companies like Paychex, okay? They go to small businesses and they want to get their payroll services with their company, so they can make money every single month, every time payroll runs, charges that little fee to run payroll and process their checks for them. And payroll reps are always trying to get people to convert, switch, etc. But they don't sell usually just to one niche, right? Payroll people sell to dentists, chiropractors, contractors, construction companies, you name it. Salons, med spas, plastic surgeons, restaurants, they sell to everybody. So chances are you should have by now in your network somebody who's in payroll. Now, you should have as many of those people as you can in your network. Now, if you don't have 100 people in your existing LinkedIn network that you could reach out to, then you're not doing your homework, which is building your LinkedIn network of thousands of people. Now, that means every day spending 10 or 15 minutes and just add 10 or 20 or 30 people to your network every day. If you do this every day, you'll have over 600 by the end of the month. New connections. So who do you add as connections besides your prospects? You add people who do business with your prospects. Payroll service people. Merchant processing people who sell credit cards, processing. People who sell POS systems. These are the best ones in my opinion. POS systems, point of sale systems, okay? If you don't know what a point of sale system is, go to Google and type in top 5 point of sale systems to buy. Then you're going to get a website of tons of websites of all these review companies reviewing the top 12 or top 10 POS system companies. Then do a company search in LinkedIn and go find all their salespeople who could be in your alliance, who could be at least on your top 100. Okay? That's how you start doing this. Okay? So you go, well, I don't know who sells payroll. Yes, you do. Just type in Google top payroll service companies. Grab the top 5 or 10, go into LinkedIn, do your area, your radius of Gary, Indiana, and do a 50-mile radius, and then type in employer keywords like payroll services, or type in the employer of the ones that you found as the top companies, and then type in keyword sales or type in keyword account management, okay, and sales related keywords so you can find the salespeople who sell these services in your area. That's who should be on your Hot 100 list as well, but you should have hundreds of these people in your LinkedIn network. Just grab 100 of them, okay? I say Hot 100. So ideally, what makes somebody qualified to be on a Hot 100 is somebody who has been with the same company for longer than a year. Because if someone's stuck with the same sales position for longer than a year, they have a few clients, okay? And they have clients they could refer you to, which is more important. Okay, so that's the list. Yeah, create that list. If you haven't built the network yet, get to work and then come back to this lesson, because this is a little more advanced lesson on generating referrals from people who can refer business to you. Yes, you're going to learn how to ask for referrals. I'm going to give you templates of how to ask for referrals from people. I'm going to give you what to say to people, to how to ask for it from your existing clients and get them to give you referrals, because that's a very rich source of getting referrals. But this is a really cool underground way to get referrals that most people aren't doing, which is why it's effective. Step 2 is going to be to endorse and or recommend. I cannot spell today. Okay, endorse. I'm going to try and make this more legible, although this is in your handout. Endorse and recommend. What's the difference? I can only recommend people, which means you actually go onto their LinkedIn profile and click on recommend Jim if I know them, because it's going to require me to write at least a couple sentences about them in my recommendation to them. Now, if I've met Jim, but I haven't done business with him, but I've heard good things about Jim, fix this, then I can go ahead and recommend Jim, okay? But I usually only recommend people that I know, who I've met, and I can, at least if I've met them, okay? So I've met Jim, I've spent time with him, he's a real personable guy, I highly recommend him, anyone looking for payroll services, okay? Recommend. If you can't recommend, then at the very least endorse them. That's just when you give them a little plus click next to one of their skill sets, and your face shows up on their profile, and they also get notified that you're one of the people who recently endorsed them and or recommended them, which keeps you top of mind. They then are more likely to go to your profile and see, who is it that's recommending me? Who's endorsing me? And be like, oh man, there's Jim. There's Joe. There's Matt. There's Mary. Joe sells digital marketing services. I have a couple clients that need that. That's possible, and it does happen. Okay, so endorse or recommend them, all 100, okay? That doesn't mean you're going to write 100 recommendations. You're probably going to end up writing about a handful of recommendations and do the rest of endorsements. Okay? Step 3, you guessed it, add value. Now this is a little unique because this isn't going to be you sending them an article or a blog on social media or the best in digital marketing or why restaurants should use this or anything specific to you and your niche. You're going to send them something that is specific to helping them in their business and in what they do. So they're in sales, they might be in sales leadership position or sales management position, but they're all going to be probably in sales because they all sell to your clients or are connected to people who are your clients. You got to remember, this doesn't have to be salespeople. This can be people who deal with companies like you, right? That or deal with businesses that are like the ones that you also sell to. Keep that in mind. It's just easier to find the salespeople because they're all on there. This is also a great way to find alliance members, by the way. Add value by maybe sharing an article or blog, I have this in my notes here, that helps them in their business. So this could be something on, management, leadership, selling. Maybe it's sharing that little Till Book of Trust video, Jeffrey Gittimer, that Chris, I saw you share in the group. Best place to share that type of video is with somebody who's on your Hot 100 to say, man, I'm not sure if you follow Gittimer, but this article on trust was really great. And, I know that if you're up against what I'm up against in this local market, we're constantly trying to find new ways to build trust. Let me know if you're a big fan of Jeffrey like me. Just reach out and be human, be yourself, and connect with these people. Be top of mind to them. Network with them, right? Now, you can also ask them a few things like, who in your network do you, ask them, who do you target in your business? Tell me a little bit about your ideal client. Stimulates conversation back and forth with people who can refer you, people who will also be in your alliance. And find out. And that gives you step 4, which is give them a referral. I don't care who you are. Every single one of you watching this knows of another business owner, even somebody who might have told you no. Okay, this works really great with people you think should have bought from you, who you thought were going to, who told you no. Okay, go give them a referral or give the referral person them as a referral, okay? Now, the secret to this is it doesn't have to be somebody who you're certain would buy from them, okay? So let's say I know somebody who sells payroll services and they're in my network, they're my top Hot 100, okay? And then I have somebody in my network who happens to own a small business that I know. Like I've met Sal, and Sal owns a great pizzeria in Williamsburg, and I'm going to say, Sal, you're probably really happy with your payroll services company, whoever you use right now, But if you ever need a backup resource, I'd like to introduce and allow me to introduce you to Mark. Mark sells payroll down there in Williamsburg area. I know Mark, and I know that he could be potentially really good for your business, okay? And you do that introduction through LinkedIn. And you just copy both, CC both the people right there inside of LinkedIn, okay? And you can put in the subject line an introduction, or you can put a referral for you, okay? But your referral isn't, you're not going to give, let me help you understand this because some people get this mixed up. You're not going to give the referral to the Hot 100 person, okay? You're going to refer them, right? You're going to refer them to the person on your list that you can help refer. So you're going to give them a referral, like literally, like give them an introduction, literally, okay? Now, yeah, if you want to take the backseat way, the less potent way is to send them somebody and say, hey, you might like so-and-so in my network, reach out to them, tell them I told you I sent them. But the best way to do it, and I have this inside the handout, is to make the introduction through LinkedIn yourself and refer someone to them. Pair them up. Hey, Jim, meet Mary. You guys might be able to help each other. And if you guys can't, you at least should have yourselves each other's names for when the need does arise. Now remember, they don't have to get business from this person, okay? I know a lot of small business owners. Most of them are already happy with their payroll services, okay? But do I think everybody should have a backup resource to turn to if their payroll service company fails them or goes sour? Yes. So there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, Jim, I know you probably haven't switched payroll in 10 years, but if you ever have something go haywire, this would be the person I would recommend to you to have in your back pocket. I want you guys to meet each other and say hi, okay? This is just common business practice, and people really appreciate it. Now, they both sides appreciate it, to be quite honest with you, but the person who's in your top 100, who you're trying to stay top of mind to, that they might refer you now to somebody that they are connected to, is powerful, okay? Now, can you do this to all top 100? The answer is no, but you're going to try to do as many as possible. But you're going to say, well, Joe, I don't know so-and-so very well, even though he's in my top 100. How can I possibly give him a referral? I can't really refer him. Well, find out more about him. Message him and say, hey, Jim, you know, I've got you kind of marked as somebody who sells payroll in my area where I also sell to. I know I'm going to run into clients. There might be some people in my network that could fit who you sell to. I happen to focus only on restaurants, but I know that you probably focus on a lot more than restaurants. Tell me a little bit about who your ideal client is or who you're looking to really add to your client list, and maybe I can help you out. Guess what? When you do that and you just are a human being asking somebody to tell you a little bit more about who they sell to so you can help them out, they tell you everything about their business. They say, oh, I'm looking for anybody who sells payroll, and a lot of people who are frustrated, anybody who uses Paychex should be using me instead. Okay, let them tell you. And they go, okay, great. I appreciate all this information because this is enough information that I need to now to be able to confidently and competently refer you to somebody in my network. Then go give them a referral ASAP. You'll be surprised how fast this system can generate a handful of referrals for you, of clients that come via introduction, which is the most powerful way to sell. Okay, step 5 is to then ask them for an introduction to a prospect that's in their network. Okay, you've given value, you've endorsed and recommended them, you've added value directly with an article, okay, or a blog post, maybe a couple. You've given them a referral. Look at these things. And now you're going to ask. And you're not asking this, you're not going to use the word referral. You're just going to ask for an introduction. Say, hey, Jim, I see you're connected to XYZ restaurant, and I know they have about a 200-seat restaurant, and they're located right there in Naperville, Illinois. And I service the outer metro of Chicago. And I would love an introduction if you happen to know that person even a little bit, to be able to say, I want to introduce you to somebody who works with restaurants. Would you be willing to do that for me? They may say no, but they usually say no, but I have somebody else I could do that for you. Because people hate to turn you down on that, especially when you've given them so much value ahead of time. You're making it irresistible for them to tell you no. They may say no to the person you're asking for the introduction, okay, if it's someone specific. But if you ask, sometimes you can just ask in general. Tell me somebody who you might fit. Who I happen to work with just restaurants. Is there any restaurants you know of that are struggling right now? Because see, get this, okay? Think about this. Wrap your head around this before we finish this video. People who sell like payroll services, merchant services, POS systems, insurance, guess what? They get paid commission every month that those clients stay a client. So they don't want them to struggle and go out of business. So if they can find somebody really reliable like you to refer for them, then it's genuinely helping their business. It's helping them make more money too. So it serves them to ask them to refer you to someone that you can help. Just tell them the truth. Say, look, there might be somebody that you know is one of your clients that you don't want to lose because they go out of business. Is there anybody you know that's struggling that happens to be in the restaurant industry? Is there anybody you know who's struggling who happens to also be a dentist or a chiropractor or whatever? Okay, and you position it like that so it's a servant outreach of who else, who do you know that I could help after you've given them so much value first. It's a powerful system for referrals, guys, leveraging LinkedIn if you do it. You may have to watch this video again to catch all the things I suggested in here, but it's worth it, and it's worth taking some notes on and acting on. Even if it means you're carving out a full day to get your Hot 100 list built, and then you carve out 10 minutes a day to do each one of these things to 2 or 3 people on that list. So over the next 90 days, you're generating a referral beast coming into your business. It's awesome, and I hope this was helpful.